Hello to all you beautiful people out there, Regnilla over here bringing you the next episode of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. In today's episode, we are going to be taking another look at Nargacuga in the quest Hungry Eyes. So this is our low rank guild hall Nargacuga, but don't forget your elemental based weapon, either fire or thunder would be your best friend in this case. This is all, of course, assuming that you've done the village quests and basically the story mode first, because if you're just going into this quest as a fresh newbie, you're gonna be in for a bad time. And if you are doing that, make sure that you record the footage, upload it to YouTube, and share it with the rest of us so we can watch and laugh at your misery. In any case, we are just going to go over the usual behaviors, the kind of do's and don'ts with Nargacuga, as well as the usual body cards, which I have now decided that might as well just put that stuff on screen as I read it off. That way you don't have to constantly go through the replay motion. You can just pause the screen and they'll be there on the side for you. But okay, so Nargacuga starts off in Area 6. However, if you are kind of looting the supply chest with the items, he's gonna move around a little bit, so he can end up in. From the looks of it, I think he would prefer Area 7, but I believe he can also go into Area 5 and 9 as well. 2, I believe he can go into as well. However, I don't really see him in Area 2 all that much, but 7 and 5, yes. And if you ever come to the party late and the monster is just leaving, take a look at the shadow, because the shadow is going to give you that indicator on where he's going. And that's not just exclusive to Nargacuga, that's any large monster that can fly. So if you ever have difficulty trying to locate the direction a monster is going, take a look at what direction the shadow is in, look at your map, assuming that you've brought the map with you, and you can make an educated guess on where the monster itself is going. Now, that's not 100% foolproof. Sometimes monsters do skip areas in favor of going to some weird location. Just keep that in mind. But for the most part, if you don't have a Psycho Serum or you don't have a paintball on the monster, then just take a look at the shadow, and that can really help you out. There's also another way to do it. I believe the balloon is still available in this game, but that's a very situational mechanic, and I believe it only works once. But in any case, when going into the fight with Nargacuga, the best course of action is to play conservatively and basically attack when you have the opening. Not necessarily try to go in expecting a full-on brawl and maybe getting a flinch or two in, which, that can always be the case. But with Narga, it's a little bit more dangerous than that, because this is not your average monster. It is a very fast monster. So unless you want to use something that has a shield, such as a lance or gun lance, you're better off using a fast weapon. So like the long sword, dual blades, sword and shield, anything that has a bit of speed in it, probably the better option in this case. Allows for all that mobility, because again, this is a very fast monster. If you wanted to use a great sword, I mean, be my guest, but odds are you're probably only going to get maybe 1 or 2 shots in before he's on the move again. And that's your greatest challenge here, is keeping up with Narga. He has a few moves that leave him in an area where he just stays put. So there is a pouncing attack. There is, of course, his tail slam attack, which he's been getting off several times on me in this video alone, which has been very annoying since I've been in positions where I can't really get out of the way in time. So he's really luckily got a lot of cheap shots on me, but also luckily for me, this is not Freebie Night, and it's not doing nearly as much damage as it used to. So, awesome, knock on wood. But he oftentimes pauses in the middle of either long combos, big attacks, or just trying to go around the map, trying to trying to sweep you around. So like right here, he's trying to get out a pounce attack, but he fails it, and then he has a moment to taunt. So that's the best time to get a blow or two in with the monster. However, bear in mind that he is going to be on the move, and he's going to be on the move momentarily after doing those kind of combos. And when he's in rage mode, those combos come out even faster. So always assume that as soon as he recovers from whatever attack that he's about to do while he's in rage mode, he's gonna immediately follow up with something else, even if he does taunts. So he's a very quick monster. But one of the things that you can do to just make sure that he stays in place just for a little bit is to put down a trap of some kind. Unfortunately, I always forget what state he needs to be in for a pitfall trap to work, so I'm mostly relying on shock traps whenever I face this guy. It's always a coin flip whenever I'm trying to use a pitfall trap. I've always looked up that information too. However, the knowledge stays with me for about maybe an hour, and then it just kind of leaks out, and I'm like, wait, what state does it need to be in again? So I rely on the good old shock trap and get as many attacks as I can whenever I have the opportunity. I primarily try to aim for that face. However, because of the subtle movements of the monster whenever he's trapped or whenever he's in a unfavorable position versus the amount of time that he takes in order to recover from whatever ailment he's suffering from, if I'm out of position, I'm not going to waste the time trying to reorient myself. I'm just going to try to get as much damage as possible, and then once I have the next opportunity, I'll go in and try to aim for that face once again. I'm also trying to aim for a trip as well, so that's when you hit the back legs, and then eventually he will go down, and then when that's the case, you can go in and take a few more shots at the head where necessary. The two biggest things to look out for are just his wings, because those are freaking blades on his arms, and of course that tail, which he's a little bit more telegraphed with the tail than he is with the wings. However, whenever he's in a position where he's going to do a pouncing attack, the thing that you want to look for is when he pauses. In his rage state, he could just easily go into the pouncing position and then immediately start attacking, but if he does that, he's likely going to either follow up with a different attack, or he is just going to turn around and reorient himself. He doesn't usually go into a major combo after doing the really quick pouncing pose. It's when he does the long one, that's when you know that he's going to do a big combo, and then he's going to leave himself open for an attack. But with that being said, let's go into his carves real quick, courtesy of the fandom wiki, which, by the way, for some reason the carves list does not work there anymore, but because I do all this in advance, I've already edited the information, and I took a picture of it onto my phone, so I can still read it off. Yes. Alright, so you could get 3 body carves from the Nargacuga, with a Nargacuga scale being at 45%, the pelt being at 25%, you get a fang at 15%, a cutting wing at 10%, and for some reason the tail at 5% from the body. It does kind of make sense, but usually you get a tail carve when you, carve the tail. Which gets us into the single tail carve, which is an 82% chance for the tail, which that's weird. 10% chance for a tail spike, and the rarest item, the Nargacuga marrow, is at 8%. If you break the head, so it has that little scar on his face, you have a 70% chance of getting 2 Nargacuga fangs, and there is a 30% chance of getting 2 Nargacuga scales from that. And if you break the wings, I assume this is going to be both wings, you will get 60% chance for a 2 Nargacuga cut wings, or just Narga cut wings. Again, another Narga cut wing, but singular, at 25%, and 2 Nargacuga pelts at 15%. So if we go over here and go to the next page on this, since this is a big list of stuff, Okay, so if you just break the tail as opposed to cutting it off, you can get 2 tail spikes with a chance of 75%, a Nargacuga pelt at 17% chance, and then that Narga marrow is at 8%. And oh my god, we're almost out of time already, so I'll try to get through this fast. Shiny drops, Wyvern Tears, 75%, and a Narga Scale, 25%. If you capture it, Narga Pelt, 40%, Narga Fang, 23%, Narga Scale, 18%, Narga Tail, 15%, and the Nargacuga Male at 4%. So you want to break and cut off the tail and capture it if you want that marrow. So that's the Nargacuga, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you're interested in any of my other content, be sure to mash on one of the annotations that'll be featured at the end of this video. And as always, I will see you again next time. Take care, people.